Welcome back to the Texas Rangers Prospect Profile, a mini-series we do here within the Rangers franchise where we go over top prospects throughout the organization from AA Frisco up to AAA Nashville. Last time we went over right-handed pitcher Hans Kraus with the AA Frisco Rough Riders, and now we're going to be staying here in AA to go over third baseman Josh Jung. Jung is a 21-year-old third baseman who can also play shortstop. He moved to shortstop in the second half of his college season in 2019. We will talk more about that later on. He is a right-handed bat, obviously a right-handed throw, stands 6 feet, 2 inches tall, 215 pounds. He went to Douglas MacArthur High School in San Antonio, Texas, went undrafted out of high school, ended up at Texas Tech. He was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year in 2017, and then he was the Co-Player of the Year in 2019 in the Big 12. He was also a 2-time All-American while at Texas Tech, and then he was drafted by the Rangers in the 2019 MLB entry draft 8th overall. And Jung has a very good chance to be the best player out of Texas Tech in the big leagues. I've always felt like Texas Tech is a pretty good baseball program, at least it seems like they're always pretty solid, and it's surprising to see how little success they've had with producing quality big leaguers. According to the highest WAR totaled by Texas Tech players in the major leagues, according to Baseball Reference, it is 6.2 is the highest with AJ Ramos, then it drops down to 5.4 with Josh Tomlin, 5.0 with Dallas Braden, then a 3.3 with Josh Bard, and then a tied at 3.2 is Nate Carnes and Jeff Karstens, all-time pitching face guy, Yankees legend Jeff Karstens. But if we take a look at Josh Jung's ratings, he is currently a 66 overall, A potential. He was a B in the original set, but he got bumped up in OSFM V2, or I think they're just calling it Full Minors V2. Whatever the official name of it was, whatever the V2 of the 1.5 set that I'm using is, he and Sam Huff both got bumped up to A's, so I just moved them up to A's because that's what I felt like they should be anyways, so that's what they are. And Jung's #1 skill is without a doubt his bat. He was recognized as one of the most polished hitters in the 2019 draft class. He has a very smooth right-handed swing that uses the whole field, and he tends to focus more on driving the ball to the gaps to hit more doubles than he does hit home runs. But with that being said, he definitely does have the potential to be a 25-30 home run guy in the major leagues once he develops even more of that bat, and it's already quite a solid bat with his ratings. And it is also great to see that he has 61 discipline already. Obviously not the highest discipline, one of the highest ones in our organization, because it seems like the Texas Rangers just don't have anybody who can get on base consistently. And obviously that plate discipline rating will continue to go up as his career progresses and as he gets more training throughout his career. He also has an 81 durability, so he shouldn't be getting hurt left and right and constantly on the IL. So that's not anything to worry about either. His defense is the thing where it's definitely the weakest part of his game. Aside from his running, he's not the fastest guy, but I don't expect him to be swiping bags out there anyways. His defense isn't the greatest, like he's never going to win a gold glove, but he's also not like Miguel Andujar out there either. And of course, he will continue to improve those defensive ratings, as will every other rating that he has in this game, as that's just how this game works. So since he's going to continue to improve, he should end up as a pretty average defensive third baseman, which is fine. I'll take an average defensive third baseman, especially with his bat to be like a middle-of-the-order type bat that he's projected to be. It's also worth noting that his arm strength is quite a bit higher than the other fielding ratings. He already has a 68 arm strength, which does make sense because his arm strength is rated pretty well, I believe, on MLB.com. He has a 60 arm. And it's also worth noting that Josh Jung is indeed a one batting glove guy. This is an extremely rare breed, and they must be protected. It's also worth noting that I was always told that the whole point of being a one batting glove guy is that if you hit righty and throw righty, you just have to have that one batting glove on at all times. And then when you go out in the field, you just put it under your fielding glove, you take your fielding glove off, and bam, you're ready to hit. That's what I was always told was the point of having that, but he, for whatever reason, wears it at the plate and then doesn't wear it under his glove. Very strange, in my opinion, but maybe that's just what I was told and it's not actually why people use that. I can't say I've been around many people who are that type of one batting glove guy. Just something that I felt was worth mentioning because I just found it odd, and also one batting glove guys are just like pretty much extinct. It's like him and Hunter Pence, and Hunter Pence might be a two batting glove guy now? I'm not sure. But as far as Josh Jung's future with the organization, the plan is without a doubt to have Josh Jung as our third baseman and middle of the order bat for years to come. It's just a matter of when he takes over at third base in the big leagues. It could be as soon as next season. Todd Frazier is on a one-year deal, and we don't really have anyone else to prime to take over at third base currently in the organization. Jung is the obvious guy to take over, so he could end up being our starting third baseman for 2021. What I might end up doing is signing like sort of like a stopgap / like veteran depth guy to have at third base for us as well in the offseason to like a one-year deal, have them battle it out in spring training. And then even if I do give the job to Jung, it's always good to have an option to have depth at that position if you're just going to throw a young guy into the fire. So if he gets hurt or if he's not playing well, you have other options at that position. But with that being said, that is going to wrap things up here for this edition of the Texas Rangers prospect profile of third baseman Josh Jung. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I am saying, I also miss watching Marcus Smart play defense.